All right, so I am going to be going over 3 amazing tips for lifelong obedience and a perfect relationship with your dog starting young as a puppy, just like Rocky is. 5-month-old puppy, doesn't know anything. Watch the video all the way through to the end because I'm going to be giving you guys an extra bonus tip. Super helpful. You need to know it. All right, so the first tip for you guys is teaching your dog to follow lures. This is one of, if not the first thing you should teach your dog, because this obedience, right, this responsiveness is going to transform into your dog listening to you and teaching your dog awesome commands that you want your dog to respond to. And the most important thing is teaching your dog, hey, I'm going to move my hand somewhere. I have kibble. I have his own kibble here. When I move my hand, you adjust your body to the way that I'm asking you to, and you get paid to do it. This, as you can see, he's in an SIT right now. This will transform into a down if you Rocky here. Nope. So we were working with his kibble, but we'll try some higher value treats. Be willing to bet that he wants them. Yes. As you can see, this is going to transform into a down, right? When he's up, we can release him. Come on. Yes. Have him back on. This is going to transform into an SIT, but we're not introducing the commands yet. In order for us to introduce the commands, we want our dog to be 100%. If we introduce the commands now, you know, his responsiveness is decent, you know, maybe 50, 60% in no distraction areas. But all that's going to do is get him in bad habits of not responding. And what we want to do is have him really good at the command and get in the habit of every time I say the command, you respond to the command. So that's why with a lot of dogs, we just start fresh on their obedience. We don't even communicate with them with words on what we want them to do, especially at the beginning of training. But lures are really important for your dog to understand. Teach your dog lures. It is so helpful. All right, so tip number 2 for you guys is teaching your dog awesome name recognition and come when called. Right now, Rocky, he doesn't know jack about shit. He doesn't know what come means. He hardly knows his name. But what we're going to do is we're going to let him get distracted. Rocky, Rocky. Yes. Right, that's just, when I say Rocky, you look at me. That gets him to understand this is my name. You can also say, Rocky, come. Give him a little guidance with the leash. Add an implied sit. Boom. Right? He still doesn't know much, but working on this, good, will significantly help your dog throughout your dog's life. You want your dog to respond to you. You want your dog to come when called, and starting inside with no distractions, getting your dog in the habit of every time I say come or here or touch, or whatever the command is, you come here. That's going to keep your dog safe in the future. It's going to keep your dog responsive. It's going to improve your relationship. But it all starts here. If we do this down the road, if we don't introduce this right away and we half-assedly, introduce the recall command, your dog's going to have a really terrible recall. So that's why we start these things young, and that's why it's so important. Rocky, come. A little bit of leash pressure. Rocky. Nope. He doesn't get an out. Hey. Yes. Not giving him an out. Super important. Hey, nope. Nice. Yes. Good. Rocky! Rocky! Yes. Another helpful thing, have your dog look you in the eyes. Not that he doesn't get to look here. Rocky! Yes. He was looking at the treats. I said, Rocky, he looked up in my eyes. Exactly what we want. All right, we're hopping into tip number 3, and that is teaching your dog attention and engagement with me, with his handler, with his owner, whoever it may be. Rocky needs to know great things come from me when you respond. And we're not going to get frustrated with Rocky, but we're going to teach him, hey, no matter where you are, when I call your name, you give me attention, you get paid. Great things happen. So what we're going to do, you're free. Right? Good. Rocky. Yes, good. Also, a lot while we're working on basic commands, Rocky, place. Yes. When we're working on the basic commands, I'm going to ask him a lot, right? We'll let him itch. I'm going to ask him to look into my eyes a lot. Hey, yes. Keeping him engaged, knowing that this food comes from me. The clicker is also really helpful because it marks very clearly when a dog does the right behavior, right? Yes. The second his elbows hit the ground, in a DOWN lure, he gets clicked, right? And that's, yes, the positive reinforcement that we need with him. So teaching your dog attention in all different types of situations, right? Stay. Right? There's attention right there. Perfect. Teaching, I'm the money man, right? He needs to pay attention to me. There's nothing else that's important right now. And if he gets off and he goes runs over there, or whatever, he gets distracted, we're going to bring him back, because if we were to let him, that would be re-encouraging it. And so something that's really important, teaching your dog, right now I'm just reinforcing. He's sitting there and he's looking at me. That's all I'm doing, and I'm reinforcing that. That is getting in the habit that will transform for the rest of his life. He sits, he stays, he looks at me. Perfect. I haven't said a single word to him. Giving a little hand command on an stay, and I'm paying him in a sit. This is helping engagement, and continuing to build on this through the rest of his life is what is going to allow him to be an extremely well-behaved dog. All right, so you guys waited to the end. Here is the bonus tip. We are not going to give our dog a foundation of dependence. We need our dog to be independent at times. Rocky doesn't get to follow me around the house at all times wherever I go. If I go down to the bathroom, it's great for Rocky to stay here. Great training your dog. That's also a safety thing, but your dog just doesn't always have to be around you. And if you allow your dog to follow you around the house because it's really cute when he's 5 months old, your dog is going to build the dependence. I need to be around my owner. I need to be around this person. And your dog's never going to be able to do things on their own or be without you. And so starting a dog off young like this, being clear, nope. Right, we have clear, nope. Teaching him a really good stay will transform within a day or two into me being able to walk out of the room and him just stay. And that's what he needs to understand. Crate training. You leave the house, dog goes in a crate, that is their own place. They don't need to be all anxious about where you're going, when you're coming back. Something a lot of dogs don't understand, and most dogs need to understand. Not doing this will cause separation anxiety, will slow down crate training, will, make obedience training harder and will take longer. He's going to be less responsive. It's going to affect his whole life. So all we need to do, is, teach him a really good stay and prevent him from following us around everywhere we go. Just give him a little bit of independence. Thank you for watching to the end. Rocky is currently licking and gnawing my fingers off. We'll have to stop that, but make sure you like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you thought this was helpful. Check out my Instagram. We posted a lot of videos on Rocky, what he's doing. Look at this cute little fluff ball. Stay tuned. We'll be posting more. I'll see you there.